Hey, everybody, it's Machanta here with the Crafty Cactus. Wanting to just come on briefly and give you a recap of the Easter sales this year, 2026. I started out on Friday, and I would say sales were slow but steady. Um, it was, periods of, stillness, periods where, we had time to kind of refresh and set things up and move things around. So we had times where we were not selling, that we were able to just kind of breathe and have a break. But I will say it was slow but steady. And I was the only person there on Friday. This is a new location for me. We were previously in a Lowe's parking lot, and it was great sales. We had kind of established ourselves there, and so people knew where we were, and we're coming. And so this location, it's a fairly new location, and I am in the process of establishing myself there. So I've only been a basket maker or gift designer for about a year. So this past Christmas made 1 year for me. And so I consider myself to still be a newbie. But in this new location, I would say I've been in this location since Christmas 2025. So just Christmas, Valentine's Day, and now Easter that I've been at this new location. So far, so good. On Saturday, I started out alone at the location where I sell the gifts. And then another basket maker who I thought we were becoming friends, and we've kind of talked, and we've gone to the outlet together and just kind of, talked and shared. And so I thought that we were friends. And we usually set up together because she was at the Lowe's too, and we both were asked to leave at the same time on the same day. So when I found this new location, I shared that with her and invited her to come over, with me to the new location. Guys, I didn't know that the basket industry is as cutthroat as it is. I heard, I hear all the time, it's such a friendly community, it's such a great community. But in this area where I am, in the Dallas Fort Worth area, the experiences that I've had thus far, this is kind of cutthroat. And I don't really operate that way. I feel that especially with people who I've considered to be my friends, I don't expect them to kind of do kind of mean things. So here's what happened. So on Saturday, we were at the site because the day before I'd spoken to my friend, kind of told her how sales were on Friday. She was at a different location, and she mentioned that she was coming out on Saturday. Of course, fine, great. I'd love to, have you there. And it's not my location. I don't own the spot. I don't own, the property, anything like that. But prior to me coming, there were no other basket people there. So I feel like I found the place. I told my friend about the place, and then she came. So Saturday, I was there. I got there first, and the way that, if you saw my previous video, you see that where we are set up at is right across from a hospital, and there is a really busy road right there. So cars that are coming by can see my basket set up from the road. So I'm set up here. This is the traffic. And to get into where I am, the cars have to turn in and then kind of come down on the parking lot. So my friend comes and sets up right in the entrance to the parking lot. So the people are seeing my setup and are coming because of what they see me as they're passing by. But as they turn in, now she has set up her baskets, her stuff, and the people are stopping there first, and not coming down to my where I'm set up at. So when it first happened, my husband, was really upset by it, and felt like, we need to go down there right next to her and set up. I'm just not that way. I'm not built that way. I'm just not that way. And I just continue to say, what God has for me is for me. It'll be okay. So Saturday goes on. My sales are like cut significantly because, when the people come in, now they see her and they purchase from her and don't really see, I guess, the need to come and see what I have to offer. So we stay and we leave. Yesterday, we leave at dark. Yesterday, which was actually Easter Sunday, she arrives before I do. So she's set up back in the same spot. And I go down to my original spot. Now, I'm not even telling you about when I first established the spot that my friend came and still got in front of me. She set up her gifts in front of me when there was plenty of space down on the other end, but she still came and set her gifts up in front of me. I didn't even mention that to you because I just kind of said that's fine. But this time, it hurt because now I feel like this is not okay. I wouldn't do that to my friend, especially if they kind of put me on to the spot. I definitely would not go and jump in front of them to capture the sales that would potentially be hers. So I left about 3 o'clock yesterday because I was just very upset by that. And I just didn't want to be there. We sat there and we were seeing constant sales going over to her, people constantly pulling up, going up to her, not coming down to my setup at all. Even though I feel like had they come, they would have certainly purchased from me because the way that we style are certainly night and day, totally different the way that we style, the way that we create our gifts. And then as a veteran in this industry, she mentions that she's been doing this for over 30 years. I just felt like, I don't know, as someone that you wanted to kind of like take under your wing and work together and do things together, I just felt like I wouldn't treat like my mentee that way, or I wouldn't treat someone that is offering to be together and help and shared her location with you and, took you to the outlet, showed you where the outlet was, where the Bath and Body Works outlet was. I just didn't feel like that's not the way I would treat my friend or my mentee or someone that I was, trying to bring on to, to be a support. So why didn't I say anything? Why haven't I said anything? Will I say anything? I didn't say anything because I don't really know a lot about her. So we were, becoming closer, but, still not, I don't know a lot about her. And I was too upset to say anything. And I really try to operate from a space of not talking or confronting an issue when I'm upset about it. Just to prevent me from saying something I'll regret, or, those type of things. Will I say something about it? Probably not. Because I still feel that what God has for me is for me. And the reason why I say that is because when I left yesterday, about an hour later, I got a text message from someone, I don't know who it was, asking me if I had baskets. And I said yes. She said that she needed 4 baskets. And then when I met her, she ended up purchasing 5 baskets. So I still feel like God saw that I was upset. And he, just wanted to encourage me, and he sent that person to me. So I don't think that I will say anything. My husband is saying next time, like, we're going to pull up next to him. I don't really like that. I don't want to have that kind of, I don't know the word. I don't want to have that kind of tension, or that kind of, I don't like it. I don't know the word. I don't like that energy. I don't want that. Not that I'm afraid of it or anything, but I just don't want that. So moving forward, I'm not. There are several other locations that I have found that, and I wanted to have a second location this time, but I just don't have the help. It's really basically just me, and my husband comes out on days that I sell on the weekends. And my kids, of course, are teenagers and they're doing their own thing. So it's really just me. But there are other locations that I have looked at. I am not going to give up this location because I found it. I'm establishing myself there, but I am looking into getting a different location, and I will not share that location. I will not, and I don't want to be this way. I don't want to be this way, but I have learned that we're not all created equal. We're not all the same. And just because I am a certain way doesn't mean that other people will be the same way towards me. So I have learned, but overall, I still have many baskets left. I did not sell many baskets at all on yesterday. I still have a lot of inventory. I'm not going to say a lot of inventory. I still have a lot of Easter baskets left. And I'm okay. I'm okay about it. I've learned lessons. I wish it didn't have to be that way. I wish that us basket makers, especially in this area, could come together and be a support system for each other. And I feel that there are basket makers in this area that would be open to that. I know Pretty Girl Designs by Tasha has reached out and, wants to, just kind of stay in touch. And I'm certainly open to that. I just hope that other basket makers, we could come together. And we're all, in the same industry, but there's enough out here for everyone. And I just don't feel that we have to treat each other that way. And so I'm going to maintain who I am. I'm going to continue to be who I am and treat people the way that I know how to treat them. But I am certainly going to be more careful about sharing information. I think I just got so excited to have someone in the basket making industry that was willing, just having someone that understands and knows. I just was excited. And, when I feel that way, I always just kind of am open. But I'm certainly going to be more guarded in terms of how I move from now on. So, I am not leaving the industry. I love creating gifts. I feel very positive about the future, and I'm getting ready to move on to Mother's Day. So, thank you so much for watching. If you have not already, hit that notification bell so that you will know any times that I come and give you any videos or provide any updates, anything like that. If you have not already subscribed, I would love for you to subscribe to this channel. And I love to always read your comments. So if you will give me a comment, I will either heart it or respond to it. I really appreciate that. I am trying to monetize my channel. I'm trying to grow. I probably at some point will start to go live. Still trying to find a time to just go live that doesn't interfere with other people that I watch going live. But I'm here, and that's my recap for Easter 2026. I will come back with some creations, and then we'll just move. We're moving forward. We're moving forward. All right, and remember, it's okay not to be okay, but it's not okay to stay that way. Bye-bye.